Hey, welcome. So, today I'd like to talk about signs and accepting them and living by them. Because I feel like or at least for me, I was quite scared about the idea of using signs. Because to me, alongside with signs came the idea of omens. And that's a scary thought. Things that tell you, don't go down this road. Um, and we might see omens everywhere at first when we're looking for signs. Omens being kind of negative signs, things that say no instead of yes. Signs are perceived more as positive reinforcement. Like you might get a sign to move somewhere, and that's something telling you move there. And you might get an omen about moving there, and that's something that says don't move there. And so I've been incorporating signs into my life day by day, and each day a little more, like trusting them a little more and things like that. And I use a number, so I'm guided by a number to do certain things. Or for example, I might, if I can't choose between things, I'll choose something that contains the number that I trust in. And that to me is my sign. Anytime I see that number, I just go for that option. And what's funny is the more I focus on signs, the less omens I see. Because omens are only visible to us when we are not focused enough on signs, right? Because the omen is easier to see. It's easier to fear something than it is to love something that's unknown, right? Yeah. Because if you meet someone completely new comes into your life, is it easier to fear that person or to love that person? It's easier to fear that person, right? We're all human, it's normal. It's in our instincts. But with signs, we gotta learn to love them before we fear them. Because, it's scary to give that much power of our lives away. But it's not really us giving away power, is it? It's us empowering ourselves because we trust something that guides us. And anytime we decide to do that, we are trusting a part of ourselves more. Because let's say you're walking down the street, and there are two roads that you can take to get to the place that you want to go to. There's left and there's right. And you don't know which one you want to go down today. You have no push or pull to either one. There's nothing calling you to one road and there's nothing calling you to the other road. And so you just decide that you need a sign. And then once you get that sign, you go down that road. Does it feel like you're giving your trust away? Not really, right? It feels like you're trusting yourself because you see a sign that you asked for and then you go down that road. And that's exactly what it is. It's as easy as that with anything, You might have 1,000 options, ask for a sign, get one sign, and follow that one option out of the 1,000 options. And the good thing about signs is you don't regret the other 999 options you could have taken because you feel like it's the right path. And most of the times, there's no right or wrong path, there's just your path, right? I mean, like in nature, there's no bad or good in nature. There's just nature. Um, when a gazelle goes down the wrong path and gets eaten by a lion, it's not bad. It's not negative. It's just nature. The lion had to eat, and it hunted down a gazelle, and it's done. And yes, we can get out our philosophical degree. We can get out our philosophical degrees and debate about whether it's right or wrong or good or bad. But at the end of the day, that's nothing. It's not important if it's right or wrong. It's just where you are right now. It doesn't matter what you did yesterday, where you came from, what mistakes you made in the past. It's all you, right? Good and bad. And what I'm saying is there is no good and bad. It's all just you. And if we can accept that, then that to me is just living your best life. And a good first step to accepting all that you are, mistakes and failures, shortcomings and moments of triumph and wins, if we can accept just all that, right? That's a good life. And what I'm saying is a good first step in that direction is to trust in signs. Because it's not that hard. It's not that hard, and you always find them. You always find them. When you're looking for a sign, you'll find them. It's like when you wanna buy a new car and you research cars and you find the car that you want. And then you're like, oh, I want that car. And then you walk out, you live your life, and you see 1,000 of those cars every day when you actually didn't see them before, right? In your life, before the moment that you were clear on the car that you wanted, you didn't notice that one car in your life, right? You just saw cars and you didn't think, oh, that's a nice car. It wasn't in your attention. And when you ask for a sign, all you're doing is priming your brain to find something that feels good in one of the options. And it's important to trust in the first sign you get, because all you're doing, as I've said, is asking your brain and asking yourself to show you which path has the most potential for you to have a good time with. And once again, if it's that left or that right path to get to where you want to go, if you ask for a sign and let's say a light lights up on the left path, that's where you go. Signs, rarely you'll get a sign that says, I am a sign. But sometimes you will, and you just gotta trust that. You just gotta trust any and all signs. They come in all shapes and sizes and forms and voices and colors, and whatever feels good to you is your sign. You know, if it's a light that goes on in that street, if it's a color in that street that you like, if it's a number that you like, if the name of that street calls you more than the other name in the other street, and that's a sign. Signs are everywhere if you're looking for them. And I'm not saying that we should keep looking for signs at all times in our lives. I'm saying it's a great first step to trust yourself more. And maybe if you're watching this video, maybe you're a little further along the path than other people are, or maybe you're a little bit more behind the path. And either way, this step one moment is a pretty good step to take wherever you are. Because even if you're at the point of you trust yourself completely, then have some fun. Ask for a sign every once in a while and just play with that. But if you're at the point where you don't trust yourself yet, then don't trust yourself. Ask for a sign. Call on a higher being to give you a sign and trust that higher being. And I promise you it'll lead you to that place of trusting yourself more. And so yeah, that's my message for today. Let's just have fun, ask for signs, and follow them and see where that brings us. And as always, keep us posted. Keep us posted in the comments section. Let's have some fun. Let's see what's going on, you know, and what kinds of signs we're getting, and yeah, let's just have some fun with that. See you soon.